Sometimes I look at this and I'm just like, why did I spend $80 on a light stick? Why did I spend $80 on a flashlight? So hey guys, in front of me I have both versions of the BTS Lightsticks. There is the first official lightstick and version 2. And I'm going to go over the pros and cons to both, whether or not the second one is worth the investment or the first one is, and all of that stuff in depth for you guys. So the first major difference you're going to see is the size of the Army Bomb. Without even showing you the bomb itself, you can see just by the box that version 1 is far bigger than version 2. And that actually made travel a lot harder for me because I had to go through 2 airports to get to the concert. I was on a bus and it was just really awkward, whereas version 2 was a lot easier to bring around. You'll see the actual size of the light sticks in a minute, but just from the box point of view. So you have the front that just says whether or not it's a first or second light stick. The top of it, this one's slightly bent because I bought it at the concert and had to smash the box down, but the top one just says official and then the number, and this one's kind of got a little bit more to it. Both of the bottoms are exactly the same. This one just has a little circle tape to keep it together. And then you got your official stickers and your scan codes. And all of the rest are on the sides. But no one really cares about the box. Let's just get into the good stuff. So now you can really see the size difference, but the reason I have them in the stands is this is kind of how they are in the box itself. And I personally don't keep them in the box. I display them like this on a shelf. And the sides here are a little bit different. Now this one is a much stronger cardboard, whereas this one has this foam piece. It gives it a little bit more weight to keep it more secure. So it's not really important, but it just kind of gives you an idea of this one just has a stronger box. This one's got a bigger, like a steadier stand. And from laying them out without them rolling around, you can definitely see there's a big size difference between the two of them. The biggest difference that I really love about the two, like the renewed version of it, is the fuse is actually hidden on the top, whereas this one you can see it sticking out. Now the problem with this sticking out is it bends and breaks, and Big Hit actually used to sell like fuse replacements because this piece does break off, and it's really annoying. Whereas this one, it's nice and tight in there, it's not going anywhere, and I think that's one of the biggest and nicest things, especially if you were traveling or you are waiting outside in the concert and you have it stuck in a bag. You don't have to worry about this piece breaking off at any one time. Now, as far as the logo, BTS's logo is on the bottom of version 2, and it's got this big circle on the top of version 1. And on the back, they have ARMY at the bottom and ARMY at the top. This does not line up properly a lot of the time. It's really annoying. That's one of the downfalls of version 1. Or version 2, sorry. Version 1, the logos look better. I'm sorry, I can see them. I can't see them on version 2. When you're holding it especially. So now I'm going to go over the actual, like, taking apart of it to get the batteries in. So version 1, you literally take the top off, and the battery pack is in there. And it says BTS on it. And then you literally just put it back with a twist. It's all nice and ready, everything is lined up, it's beautiful. Version 2 is at the bottom, you unscrew it, and the battery pops out that way. It does not say BTS or anything on it. You pop it back in, and then you struggle to line it back up. And it can be a struggle because it doesn't like to line up a lot of the time. But once you get it in, you know, it looks nice when it's lined up properly. Both of them do take the same AAA batteries. This one I bought from KpopMart or KpopMart? One of them. I have an unboxing, you can go watch it. It tells you there. This one, the batteries came in the box. This one, because I bought it at a concert, I guess they didn't have the rates to put it in the box, and they just kind of had a bucket full of batteries when you bought it. Which is another thing I'm going to throw out there. This one is far cheaper than that one. If you're buying this at the concert, it was $60 US, which is $80 Canadian for me, for a flashlight really. and this one was about $30 US, so about $45 Canadian. Now the biggest thing in difference that you can tell beyond the appearance of it and the size of it is the modes. Now in a concert, especially in Korea, I don't think they use the technology in North America. If they did, not everyone had it. This one can be programmed to the songs of the show through a technology that Big Hit has been using. This one cannot. Now, if you're in Korea or you're going to a Korean show or probably Japanese show, this one's so much cooler to have. But if they don't use that technology, this one can do you just fine. I saw lots of people with version 1s at the concert. Version 2s were actually, I think, more popular, but because the technology wasn't there, version 1 were totally fine. Now, if you're going to Korea or Japan, like I said, might be worth it to invest in a version 2. Now I'm going to go through the modes of each. This one has 3, this one has 5, and I'm going to show you them in the daylight, or in the light that I'm using, and then in the dark. So we'll start with version 1. The button on version 1 is on the bottom. You have 3 modes. So just bright, solid, a steady flash, and then like strobe light that I don't want to put on too long. And version 2, it's on a button that vibrates when it turns on. So you hold it down and it vibrates, which scared the crap out of me the first time. So you have your solid mode, your on and off flashing, which was faster than the other one, a strobe, an even strobier strobe, and this kind of like mellow, I don't even know what to call this, soft. And then you go back to your solid. To turn this one off, you just hold it down and it shuts off. Alright, so in the dark, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the modes of both of them. So this is version 1 in its solid mode, and version 2 in its solid mode. So you get your BTS label on the front there. This one's got way more silicone beads. This one has less. This one, they don't stick to the wall. This one they do. But yeah, that's just a solid mode. This one's way brighter. So this is your typical on and off, as you can tell. Version 2 is faster. And then you get your strobe. Whereas version 1 is faster with this particular strobe. Second strobe, they're about even. And then you have this like mellow, calm, soft mode of version 2, which with Wings being the songs that they have on it, I love that for the Wings tour especially. And I'm just gonna turn it off. And now it's dark again. Now the one thing I will mention is if you are in the pit, like I was, version 2 is a lot easier to deal with in a pit full of people. I was in the pit for day 1 of Newark, and it was not the busiest day. In the pit, definitely day 2 was the time when you heard about the faintings and Jungkook having to get Rapmon to tell people to push them back, and it was a disaster. But if I'm in the least busy day and I'm finding that version 2 is causing less issues, I think that's something to be said there, because the version 1 hits a lot of people in the head. It is not that great because it's harder to control because the top is so much larger. And just, you know, if you're going to be in the pit, for yourself and for everyone around you, version 2, with its compactness, with its general ease to hold and to control, and it's also lighter, you know, version 2, man. Version 2. I'm not hating on version 1. But in the pit, I was so thankful for having this one. So that is all from me today, guys. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I do other unboxings as well as DIYs and cosplay stuff, which doesn't really fit in with this, but I'm throwing that out there. So until next time, guys, see ya!